Hi, this is Dale Buchanan, the host of Puppy Talk Podcast. Before we get started today, I wanted to let you know of my new book, The Complete Puppy Training Manual. It's available on Amazon in 4 formats: Kindle ebook, paperback, hardcover, and audiobook. You can find it on Amazon right now. It's called The Complete Puppy Training Manual, and I will put a link in the show notes of this episode. I'm Dale Buchanan, and this is Puppy Talk, the podcast that offers free advice and tips for raising a happy, healthy, and obedient puppy. For more information on this podcast, visit us online at puppytalkpodcast.com. Welcome to Puppy Talk episode number 75. I'm your host, Dale Buchanan, and today's topic is going to be on how to stop puppy barking and crying in the crate. It's important to note that some barking and crying in the crate from your puppy is normal at the beginning. The acclimation period of crate training is about 2 weeks. If after 2 weeks they still whine and bark in the crate, it's time to take action and help your puppy through this. Puppies develop a lot of anxiety when put in the crate or when the owners leave the house for various reasons. 1, maybe your puppy was never left alone and has no idea how to deal with that. 2, maybe your puppy was not properly cared for by the breeder or taken from their mother and litter mates too soon. 3, maybe you might have reinforced the anxiety by talking to them while they're barking and crying in the crate. You don't want to do that because that could absolutely make the barking and crying worse because the puppy's getting attention and they don't know what you're saying. They think they're doing the right thing and they're going to keep doing it. So you don't want to reinforce the barking or crying in the crate. What can you do? First of all, get a camera and record what happens when you leave your puppy in the crate after you leave the house. What you find in the video footage is crucial for developing a plan to help you with the training. If your puppy is crying in the crate when you're at the house, follow the steps I'm going to give you in just a few minutes to help your puppy develop a positive association with the crate. Dixie, my dog, goes in the crate easily and freely anytime I ask her to. She goes in immediately, lays down, and has no problem going in the crate. She's 3.5 years old. She loves the crate. When I leave the house or when I'm not able to keep my eye on her, she goes in the crate automatically. Sometimes I don't even shut the door. But when I leave the house, I do shut the door. And she likes it because it's keeping her safe. It's keeping her out of trouble. She thinks the crate is a great resting place, and she enjoys it. I can't trust her in the house because she chews things up. She's what the vets call an aggressive chewer. She's not aggressive. She just chews a lot. She likes to chew bully sticks and deer antlers all the time, and she has been known for chewing the cables to my computers, so she doesn't get left alone when I'm not here. The next thing I want you to do is reframe your goal from stopping the barking and crying to teaching the puppy what you want instead, which is to be calm and quiet in the crate. This is a paradigm shift. This is a mindset that you have to start focusing on what you want. Focus on the outcome. Whenever you focus on the problem, you get more of the problem. When you focus on the outcome, you get more of that. This is very important. Don't try to fix your puppy. You can't take a part out like it's an appliance and put a new part back in, and then all of a sudden your puppy's not barking or crying anymore. It doesn't work that way. This is behavior. You have to be patient with your puppy and focus on what you want. You must think about teaching your puppy something positive instead of stopping or fixing their behavior. Remember that they are puppies. And they basically know nothing about life at 8, 10, 12, 14 weeks old. You have to be their leader and their teacher. Focusing on your puppy being calm in the crate lets you create a list of ways to achieve this goal. It will be up to you to expand on the list and follow through. 1. Help your puppy develop a positive association with the crate by feeding them their meals in their crate. Also, play games with your puppy going into the crate to fetch a toy or treat and calling them back out of the crate playfully and happily while allowing them to associate fun and good things with the crate. 2. Help your puppy learn to relax in the crate and that it's not a torture device. Try putting the crate in a location where the puppy can see you. Try moving it to the living room if they cry or bark with the crate in the bedroom. Explore your options and see what works best. Place a bully stick, Lickimat, or stuffed Kong in their crate with them. 3. Help your puppy learn that it's not the end of the world when you leave. If your puppy is very attached to you and you can't leave the house without them crying in the crate, you will have to start with a very short duration of 30 to 60 seconds and build up from there. Once you get to 5, 10, or 15 minutes of duration, you should be okay. 4. Help your puppy desensitize to departure cues, such as the sound of the front door closing or grabbing your keys to leave. This is the hardest part. If you are unsuccessful on your own with learning the departure cues and what sets your puppy off to get anxious and start barking or crying when they're in the crate and you leave, you should consider hiring a CSAT, which is a certified separation anxiety trainer to help you. This is usually done virtually so that you can work with any CSAT anywhere in the world. These are just a few things you can do to help your puppy not bark or cry in the crate. I'm going to put a great article in the show notes of this episode from the ASPCA about separation anxiety, and you can read that article and find more tips to help you with the crying and barking in the crate. Just remember that all new puppies are going to cry and bark a little bit in the crate at the beginning. They should get used to it after a while, but after 2 or 3 weeks, if they're not used to it, you need to take some action. I hope this information was helpful to you. If you have any questions, as always, you can contact me through my website, puppytalkpodcast.com. This is Dale Buchanan, host of Puppy Talk Podcast. I have an announcement of a new book that I just published called Potty Training Your Puppy. It's available on Amazon in Kindle and paperback, soon to be available on audiobook. You can find out all the details of this book using the link in the show notes. It's called Potty Training Your Puppy. It's a comprehensive book with a simple and effective way to help potty train your puppy, and it really works. Check out the link in the show notes.